Hey, what's up, y'all? I audio good. Okay. Gotta make sure to all these technical difficulties we've been having, but so I gotta make sure I check everything. Let me open this Bitcoin chart up. Um, I had a meeting early this morning and it just went a little crazy, went a little longer than I thought. So I just got back in the house. This is probably the fastest I have ever set up to do a live. But it is what it is. We still here to make things happen. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all saw or heard about by now that Bitcoin crossed 73. It's just running, man. It's crazy. Like I said, we don't want to get too excited because we don't want to get our emotions all caught up in this. Oh, one more thing, real quick. Yeah, we don't want to get our emotions, too caught up in everything because anything can happen. Like I listen, I tell y'all even to now, I don't think it's going to happen in any stretch of the imagination. But if we get a huge retracement, whatever, or 10, 15% retracement, it's nothing to worry about. I just, we still, I can say this for a couple more weeks that we're still here at the beginning. So I don't want anybody being panic and selling out of the market. I had some other examples I was going to use of that, but like I said, I had to set up my stuff so fast this morning. But let's get into it. Let us get into it. So yeah, Bitcoin went over 74,000. It's doing a little retracement right now or whatever. I said 74, I meant 73. And so it's coming down a little here. I think it's gonna keep moving. I think it's gonna keep moving. But mainly, of course, I'm waiting for the alts, but we'll get into that later. So looking at this Bitcoin price. So the reason being, I got a number of things that I want to talk about today, and of course, these some of the articles I wanted to get up, but I didn't get a chance to read all the way through them because I've been at the house 15 minutes maybe. Anyway, so yesterday BlackRock brought in $850 million into their ETF yesterday, closing in on a billion. Those $1 billion days are coming for BlackRock and stuff, and I believe let's see what the charts was on everybody else. They brought in okay, here we go. I'm trying to remember all their tickers since it's so new. But yeah, BlackRock brought in, excuse me, 849 million. I think this is Fidelity's right here. They brought in 51.6 million. Another 24.6. Arkham brought in 93. It's a lot of inflows, and it's just getting started. Like I'm starting to see more people talk about it. And the weird thing about it is, like I said, we talk about all the time. Is this cycle going to be faster? What's going to happen with this cycle? It's interesting because I am starting to hear more. A lot of people are scared to talk about it, but starting to see more people like talk about Bitcoin, like, oh, remember, oh, that, saying stuff like, I know we always say in crypto, like, oh, we're back, right? But they'll say stuff like, oh, that crypto thing is back or whatever. Or what do you think about that? I remember you was talking about that a couple of years ago. So people are slowly starting to hear about it. And even though the news is kind of easing the news out because they want people to know, they haven't really, the news sources, the CNNs, the Fox, the NBC, y'all know what news media is. They haven't even started pushing it hard, even though they're mentioning it here and there. Wait till we get to like, especially I think when we hit, I said 90, but I think once we get to like 80,000, that's 20,000, 10,000 over the all time high. That 80, 90,000, which I definitely believe we're going to hit. It's going to be crazy. Everybody's going to start, flocking back into crypto, trying to figure out how to buy Bitcoin and all this kind of stuff. It's going to be one of those situations again where Cash App ran out of Bitcoin to sell. It was like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And so, yeah, like as this person is saying, like, listen, this that was just Tuesday. I even forgot. Like I'm feeling like it was Thursday, whatever. It was just Wednesday morning. So Monday happened and Tuesday. So it's crazy to see what may come in today after, I'm pretty sure the reports and news is going to get out. So like I said, we still got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to go when, their market is open. We're 24/7. But so yeah, a lot of people going to be trying to figure out how to get in here. Open interest is skyrocketing. This is kind of funny to me. I'm sorry, it is. I tell you all the time that I don't leverage trade, but maybe people are finally getting smarter because a lot of people. This guy was saying that the reason for the Bitcoin price flying is you got all the money flowing into the ETFs. Everybody's hearing about it. It's making crypto, even though we know it's legit, it's making crypto and Bitcoin look more legit to people who were doubters before. So now they're FOMOing in on, the traditional exchanges, whether it's Coinbase, KuCoin, or whatever it may be. But at the same time, people are getting smart, and they're finally less people are shorting Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? I think it's been like 4 huge liquidations like in the last 2 weeks, because people keep saying it's all time high. Like they keep thinking with last. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but they keep thinking with their knowledge from last cycle. I keep saying this, even for me, who's been here a couple of cycles. If you think you're smart just because you were here last cycle, I know how it works, and I know what happened last time. Like, okay, that's cool. You know what happened last time. Great. You've read the history book. You know your history, but this is the future. This is the present. You got to move along and just change your mind as things go along. Even one thing, and I hate talking about this, but we talked about it in the group and whatever. But even for the people who's like, meme coins are stupid. Okay, but meme coins is definitely going to be a narrative this cycle. I was one of those last cycle. Man, those meme coins are dumb. People going to lose all their money. Now, I will say a lot of y'all are gambling on some stuff y'all shouldn't be. You can research these meme coins just like you do projects. And like I said, people want to make fun of them, but I'm telling you one thing, along with my good projects and whatever else I have, I'm going to make a killing on my meme coins too. Like I said, they've already been doing well. I've had some of these meme coins I've like, and listen, I'm not talking about the ones when you see like, oh, it's a new meme coin. It's a new one. Like, oh, look what just launched. I know y'all like to catch them when they first launch, but you can research these tokens and find out, how good they are. Like I'm like I've had 180x on one, 50x on one, 20x on a couple, 10x is on a, so, and just like little gambles I'm throwing out there or whatever. But I'm researching who's the developers behind these projects or whatever. So I'm saying that to say, if you're thinking with your last cycle knowledge, thinking that you know everything about the space and you're smart and you're intelligent, you're gonna look stupid because you're not gonna make any money. So people are thinking with their last cycle knowledge, like, oh, we're all time high. It has to retrace because we're at all time high. You're not even factoring one simple fact. It doesn't take a lot of genius to consider one simple fact that we got all these institutional investors in here. Every time you're selling off your Bitcoin because you think you're a smart trader and you're going to catch it cheaper, the Black Rocks and stuff, they're buying it up. Like, I would at least say, if you want to use perspective and use some intelligence and use some knowledge, at least consider doing this on the weekend when they're not open. Like, why are you trying to short on during the weekday when you know all these Bitcoin ETFs are buying it? Soon as it dips, they're going to buy it. They are. Here's the thing that people are not considering. I know how last cycle worked. I've been here 4 cycles. I've been here 3 cycles. You're not considering that these new people are in. The 30% dip that you're saying that happens, they are from the stocks world. They're from traditional finance. A dip to them is 5%. What? We get to get 5% more. They're going crazy over that. 10%, man, they are losing their minds. They are now looking at what new yacht they're about to buy. They're looking at the new Lambo. They're looking at the Revelto. They're looking at what Rolls Royce they about to buy. When they see a 10% dip, they're not about to let you get a 15, 20% dip. And I know I've said this before on the stream, but I don't think we're getting those 30, 20% dips. If we get them, that's cool and fine. Don't be afraid out of the market. I was talking about some of the guys in the group. We opened a new channel. We were talking about a dip that happened yesterday. And I know a lot of you guys, I mentioned, this is like only one of the ones that like I mentioned it kind of failed or whatever. But when it dips is when I'm buying. I'm excited. It's a sale. It's just like going to the mall. When you want a pair of shoes or you want a car and it goes on sale, you go and buy it because it's on sale. So yeah, these traditional investors, they're excited about a 10 and 5% dip. So they're going to buy that up. So you're going to keep getting smashed on. I'm not, okay, this part, I'm not trying to make fun of people because I've seen some people like we're just pretty much at the beginning of the cycle. The bull is just getting a little heated up. And I see some people admitting to like during their depression on Twitter and different places because they keep shorting and keep losing money. I'm gonna keep saying it every time. Stop using leverage. Oh, but I was in this one Patreon or this one group or this one YouTube channel, and they said I can make more money when I do leverage. Okay, you can do that, but you're gonna lose money. The same as I say, yes, I did just say that meme coins are going to be a strict narrative this cycle, right? But by the time you gamble so much of a way, you're losing money. But anyway, I just bring this up to say that people are at least starting to get a little bit smart and realizing that, listen, man, maybe I should stop trying to short Bitcoin because it's obviously doing its own thing now. We got traditional investors here, so that's another reason why you see this the price going up or whatever. Okay, I just saw something else, but yeah. So hopefully people getting smart and realizing that's not the thing to do. So this is another great metric that we always like to see between excuse me USDT and USDC, the stable coins being minted, which means there's a lot of that about to flow into the market because trading volume is up and a lot of people are trying to trade. They're trying to buy different, whether it's Bitcoin or altcoins. So when we see USDC or USDT minted, it's a very bullish signal. It means a lot of money is about to flow in. Hopefully get a little alt run, but I believe an alt run is coming. But we're going to talk about that later. But not only the USDC and the USDT minted, so they have what you call smart money. There's different versions, but in crypto, usually when you talk about smart money, it means like they are tracking wallets that usually make very great trades. Like their wallet, these are wallets that usually are in high profits every time they make a trade. It's a profitable trade. They make astronomical gains or whatever. So a lot of these wallets are now. There's been a lot of inflows of stable coins into these smart wallets and these the smart money wallets and stuff. So they know something. Something's about to happen. We don't know. These could be institutional investors. These could be VCs. These could be big influencers in the space that are connected to a lot of different projects. But so yeah, a lot of this smart money they're gathering the stable coins. Now I'm gonna just talk about this briefly. I've been talking about this for weeks now, but because the Denkun upgrade is today, um, I'm still hoping this is a leeway into some kind of system or some kind of upgrade that maybe they're testing the layer twos is what I'm hoping, and then there's going to be an upgrade to ETH by the end of the cycle so we don't get these astronomical gas fees. So it's kind of a thing that people have been passing around. It is factual data, but people are passing around as a joke also that Ethereum fees before the upgrade and after the upgrade is still going to be 1875. It's going to be the same thing, but the oh, I don't know if I pulled up the right graphic. Let me see here. Oh, I don't know if I have the but anyway, pretty much saying after this upgrade, I'm sorry, but after this upgrade, you're going to see a decrease in the fees on the layer twos, the Arbitrum, Optimism, Base, Matic, and all those guys, ZK Sync, and all that. But yeah, the ETH fees are going to be the same. So the upgrade is happening today. Of course, we don't know what time it is today. I know on I think on Dexes, I'm not even sure if there is a problem. I don't know for sure, but I think there might be a problem, or you may not be able to trade out of some dexes on your ETH tokens. I may be completely wrong on that, but I think I saw something like that, but I'm not sure. Um, but if it does happen, that's probably what's going on because the upgrade is happening today or whatever time it's supposed to happen. I did not track the time they said it was supposed to happen. I saw it, but I don't remember. So almost done. Oof, I'm going extremely fast today. Was I talking fast or was I just excited? It's cool. Get some comments in here and then we can answer some questions maybe about some projects and different stuff going on in the market that you want to ask about. But this makes me very excited. So not only in the group do we try to excuse me, I'm gonna get out of my vocabulary soon. Not only in the group do we find plays that are great. And let me say this too. Um, You know what? No, let me save that. I'll save that to the next point. I'll save that for the next point. But not only in the group do we find great plays that you can hold the whole entire cycle. You don't have to wait for the narrative to come. And I see a lot of people that chase the narratives, and it feels like they feel like they're geniuses or whatever because you're chasing like AI's pumping you. You get an AI play like that's anybody can do that. Like I hate to say it, but never mind, I'm not gonna say what I want to say. But anybody can do that. But you want to find the picks that you can hold long term. And I know a lot of people are chasing AI right now. They've missed pumps on great projects that they could have been in if they weren't chasing the narrative or whatever. But like I said, I know people like trading. But not only do we find good plays, we talk about a lot of the airdrop stuff in there. And I would say for a lot of the people, or the few, I won't say a lot, but the few people that joined me when I was talking about staking Tia and stuff. Number one, there's a lot of upcoming Tia staker airdrops. If you're staking your Tia on Kepler wallet. So, like I said, not only do we try to find good plays, we try to find different ways to make money in the market. I think the staking Celestia for the airdrops has been a very easy way to get money. I've got quite a bit so far. I have missed some big ones that I really wanted to get, but I know there's some big ones coming up, and one of them I'm going to talk about in a minute. But there's some upcoming airdrops for Tia stakers: Nisha, Hyperlane, Hyper Network, Movement Labs, Fuel, Caldera, Link, excuse me, Light Link, and Eclipse. So some of these I wasn't even expecting. So we're going to see what happens with these. But one of them that we got in really early, and I mentioned it in the Patreon in our airdrop category, was the Milky Way. A lot of I still don't see a lot of people talking about it, but we got in early, and it's the thing, you can still get in there now, but they do favor people who got in there early, and so we had about, I think it was like 6 of the guys in the Patreon and girls. I'm sorry, excuse me. that got in on the Milky Way staking or whatever. And so right now it was like last week we were looking and we found out that the thing I like about this airdrop is it kind of shows you where you stand as far as an airdrop. Now, most of these airdrops, you kind of like stake it and you don't know what's going to happen. You just kind of got to wait to the date. You got to wait to find out how many Celestia you should have been staking or whatever. But they just added like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago where you can see where you stand in the airdrop, like your ranking or whatever. And so what percentage you are in the airdrop. And so some of the people were, maybe skeptical about staking this TIA because I don't stake a lot of tokens either because I want my tokens to be liquid so I can move them how I want to. But I got into Celestia early. I really believed in the project. So I told some of the guys to get in early. And they were like, well, I don't have a lot to stake or whatever. And I said, just stake what you can. I'll try not to chase airdrops. But two of the guys, I haven't talked to all of you guys yet, but I know two of them that staked early and they didn't have a lot to stake into it. They were like, man, I'm in like one of the top percent. We're not gonna say where, but they was like, I'm pretty high up in the percentage. And I said it's because they favor people who, staked early or whatever. So yeah, I still haven't seen a lot of people talking about this, but Milky Way is like Gito, first liquor staking on Celestia or whatever, and we're hoping that airdrop is just as big as Gito. So like I said, there's a lot of value in the group, and beyond just getting picks enough. Yeah, we get the 10, 20, and 30 X's here and there, 60 X's or whatever, but it's a lot of ways to make money. And what I'm hoping for is this to be a big airdrop that we can get a lot of capital to put into other plays or whatever. So I'm very excited about that. I'm just waiting to see when this thing is going to come out. So yeah, so just for staking on Kepler Wallet and like I said, this Milky Way airdrop. If you got some Celestia on there, it's still time to get in because they did just implement some new things to get more points in this whole system or whatever. But yeah, so we've been in this for maybe 2 or more months now, or whatever. Probably like 2 months now. So yeah, very very exciting times. Just can't wait for their drop. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying the whole Celestia ecosystem and all the airdrops that it offers. And this last piece, I'm just talking around there. You probably can't even see this graphic because it's really small. But it's just where we can see. Actually, I mean, we're already seeing it in hours that altcoins are about to really start breaking out. And listen, I'm gonna say it one more time. I try to always reiterate this: that it's not alt season, like the alt season that you have heard of, but we can definitely get a alt run soon. I do realize that this cycle is working different, and maybe it could come because there's so much speculation about uh, when the cycle could end or whatever. But what I will say is that, like I said, yesterday, with people not wanting to take short-term capital gains, I feel like the big dogs are gonna, try to run this a little bit longer in the traditional cycle, at least maybe a year and a half, maybe not all the way to fall 2025, but we will revisit this as time goes along. But I think we're definitely at the verge of an altcoin breakout, and I already saw a couple of ours start to try to take off this morning, and last night. So yeah, portfolio is looking really good. So, and it's at a point where, and here's another thing I'm gonna say. I'll say, and once again, this is not to be petty. I just always try to use real world stuff as an example. I'm not calling any names or anything. But so here's the thing with when I find tokens for our group and the Patreon or whatever. I always try to find tokens that are going to be bullish for the length of the cycle. Um, and not just have to wait for their narrative to run. Even though some of them we're waiting on now, but I feel like we're in great position. Because what happened to I know a couple of people, and nobody wants to talk about it. If you search Twitter, you just maybe search AI or whatever. What happened is we got that AI run, and you don't realize that sometimes these influencers or wherever you heard it from, they are pumping the narrative at the time. And the weird thing is that the NVIDIA conference hasn't even, and the AI conference hasn't even come yet. But a lot of these AI plays are already dropping off because if you're new to the space or even new to investing, there's always what they call buy the rumor, sell the news. So even though the news hasn't arrived yet, because we still have 5 days before the conference, a lot of these AI plays that you jumped into because people told you it was going 200x, they're already dumping, and so people are like, you went in there and some people caught them late, some people have lost money, or some people, maybe they did make a 6 or 8x or whatever, but now you're back down to a 4x because you thought it was a long term hold. I don't have time to be chasing narratives. I don't have to be time to chasing or chasing any tokens. If I'm going to hold the token, I'm just going to hold it. And like I said, when you do that, as I keep saying, you miss so many good plays or whatever. And so I see a lot of people, especially this year, they do it a lot with AI. Like you jump into AI play, and yeah, you can make a couple of games, but it wasn't a calculated play. You're still gambling, you know. And I tell people in my group all the times, I can't be gambling with my money, nor can I be gambling because I have a Patreon. I'm telling people about plays. I can't take a chance of like, oh, jump into this play right now because it'll, you know, it could run. I've done it once early on, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. Actually, I still think that play is going to do well. But yeah, you jump into these things and people think they're a long term play and they're not. And let me say this, and I'm not fudding because I do believe that AI will be one of the biggest narratives of this cycle. Here's the thing to think about though. AI really does like need news. I know overall globally AI is a big a thing and it's in people's foresight or whatever. But the thing about it is a lot of these AI plays they only run because AI news is coming. What happens when somebody has the most people are like what's the name? What's the name of the AI play? You can't even remember the name of it. You know what I mean? Because most of them say they do the same things versus like a if it's a layer one, you remember what that layer one does, you remember the name, you remember what it is. If it's a gaming project, you definitely remember because you have graphics, you have characters, you have the game developers, you have the people who are running it. Even depend, what does it do? It helps like a hive mapper. What does it do? You drive around and it's like a Google map thing. Some of these AI plays is like we're AI technology and we're the AI blockchain of the future. But how are people going to remember these plays? How are you going to push these to people and stuff? So there are a lot of AI plays that will be the top dogs that would be good to get into, and maybe they got a lot of people pushing and shielding them. But these are the perspective things that are important when you're trying to like most people don't think about this stuff. You just think like, well, it's getting shielded now, but is it going to get shielded later? Is it going to continue to pump in the cycle, or is it going to be one of those things that goes, a 10x or a 30x or whatever, and then fall back and never retrace? I've seen so many of those kind of plays this cycle, that's what made me more bullish on like watching what I get into and like, hey, I see this could run, but let me get into the stuff that everybody will understand and that can run later on, no matter if I have to explain it to it or not. I don't have time to explain, oh, but this is a great AI play. Oh, let me tell you what it does. Like I'm trying to get into stuff people see with their own eyes and they just invest in. Because I keep saying, I think I might share with the group today. I think I'm gonna share with the group to show you guys an example. Not to be braggadocious, but how much I study and I track this market or whatever. I see two AI plays being cooked up right now. And one of his trade so doggone hard because it's a fake project. They just made it up. They contrived it. I slowly see the influencers coming into the page. Even tried to check. I think they have a Telegram. I don't even think it was a Discord. But I went in there and the conversation is kind of dead, but you can see little influencers coming there. And it's just like, it's a fake project. It's a fake AI project that they made up that they're going to try to pump to the moon. And they probably can. I'm just watching this stuff happen on the market. So when you see me say like, "Oh, I'm not getting into this play," it's because I know it's just a contrived or made up play that could dump later because they're just trying to get some money. Last thing I'll say here, and I'll get to the comments is I've said this before, but there's about two, and not the ones you're probably thinking. Okay, but there's about two influencers right now that are really ticking me off. And it's because I do care about people and I have a big heart. And I feel like if people are here this early in the cycle, you came to make life-changing money. You took the chance in coming in early, and not when the euphoria hit, right? But I see two of them, and I keep saying it, they just chilling, just straight garbage, like trash. And the thing is that they talk about good plays, but then they'll mix in bad plays that they're just like, oh, sorry, all right, too late, already did the voice, my bad. So anyway, y'all know, if you know, you know what I mean. So I can't believe I just did that, but they'll have some good plays that they talk about because yeah, they've been around a while and they're connected to the space. And so it confuses people who don't know, like, okay, this one's good, but he's over here just shilling these that are under a million market cap and you're just pumping his bags or whatever. And he's getting out. He's not never going to talk about him again. Never. And it's like, I don't know how people don't see the cycle. I don't know if it's because people have short-term memory or it's because you're just so in the euphoria of trying to make money. And, like I said, I'm not being condescending, but I'm not a gambler. I have no ambitions to ever step foot in Vegas at all. I don't want to see what the casinos look like. I don't want to see I don't want to see none of Vegas. Like, that's how I am. But I understand a lot of you guys may like to gamble. You feel that adrenaline rush. And maybe because I'm like, he's obviously scammed y'all. Like, how many times? How many times y'all got to get burned? Or maybe people do go there for the quick 2 and 3x or whatever. But it's not a game I want to play with my money. I really feel like this is one of the last chances we have to really to really have a cycle where it's not heavy regulation. We can still, because some of these, we all kind of playing some kind of games here, even with the meme coins or whatever. And so with this being like the last big opportunity, I just don't have time to play those games or whatever. I want to get my 30 and 50 X's the right way. And like I said, even all the time I say on the channel for safety reasons about 50X, but a lot of these plays we in, I'm like pretty doggone for sure. Like a lot of them are gonna do the 100X's, 80X's, and probably even 200X's or whatever. But yeah, and I mean, like I said, we've already had a few. Like we've already had my technical difficulties, y'all. My bad. We've already had had a 60X and a couple of 30X's and stuff, and so it's been looking good. But you have to wait for them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to wait for them. Sometimes you'll be sitting there and you got to let the gains come to you. So you know, just have patience in the market. I know everything's looking bullish right now and everything. Let me take this off. I always leave stuff on the screen too long. But yeah, I know it's like euphoria, you feeling this stuff, but have patience because we still are early. But let me look and see some of you guys' questions or whatever. I think I already talked about that. So I think I did pretty good. I literally just got here 15 minutes ago, and so I couldn't research as deep as I wanted to for news stories. But hopefully you guys got some good information there, I think though. As he said, good morning, sir. Good morning, Azzy. How you doing? Cayuse, I believe I'm saying it right. I gotta look at. I think I got it right though. Sometimes, so you know how somebody you introduce, you say somebody's saying you like, hey, my name is, and they tell you the name, and then you forget it like within 2 seconds. Sometimes we all do that, but I believe I got it right. Cayuse. Natty said, "What's good?" So my great grandma. I'm sorry, I already think this is a joke. So let me see. What's good? My great grandma wants to get into your Patreon. Can you provide the $50 a month discount? Well, that's the regular price for right now. I think it's like 4 more spots at that. Let me see. I don't even know. I think it's 4 more spots at that. So I mean, if you're serious, I don't know, but if you're serious, yeah, it's 4 more spots at that, and then the price doubles. I think we filled 4 of those spots yesterday. Um, but yeah, and like I said, man, even at the new price, it's still a great deal for all the stuff that's in there. And I think people they're starting to see. They're starting to see. Like I don't. My thing about my Patreon, I don't want any iffy plays. I don't want any that I don't know, even if it seems iffy. So I saw some people say something about the last one, they weren't sure about it, but there's a lot of and maybe I don't know if I put it in there. Maybe I didn't make it clear enough because I know sometimes you got to spell it out. There's two really bullish things about that, and I think that one started running today. But when I'm picking these plays, I don't want anything iffy. I don't want to be like, well, let's see where it goes. There's no let's see where it goes. Like I'm bullish on these plays, and I'm expecting every single one. I'm not expecting an underperformer. But let me go back. Let me go back to the beginning. No, I still think that one could do well. There's only two. Let me be honest. I think there's two that were older that I'm like, okay, let's see what happens with this. It has some very good bullish stuff about it, but literally all the other 95, 98% of them, all very bullish. All I'm expecting to do astronomical numbers. Um, I say 50X, but much over 50X, like seriously. So yeah, if your great grandmother wants to get in there, she can get in there. As long as she baking the biscuits, we taking her. We taking her. And some pecan pie. And if she got a good red velvet, I don't like a lot of people's red velvet, but if she got a good red velvet recipe, come on, grandma. Let's get it done. Carl Henry said, "Morning, everyone." I like that. He said, "Morning to everybody." Good morning, Carl. Uh, Hi, please suggest 5 coins to buy now. That is something I do not do, sir. UK buy. All right, you gotta be in the Patreon for that, sir. I don't do that's just not my game. Like I said, I know a lot of people like want to come to YouTube and say they're the first to talk about a pick. But I'm sorry, sometimes I'd be laughing because they be like, I'm the only one that ever talked about this. And I'd be like, dude, I was talking about that pick 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I saw one. Actually, I like this guy. I do like him. I do like this guy. But he was talking about on his stream yesterday. He's like, I'm the only one talking about this. I'm like, dude, I got in that 5 months ago. Like, what are you talking about? So we got some hidden picks that people gonna start finding out about. Um, am I lying? Yeah, it was 5 months ago. So yeah, I don't have to be the first one to talk about my stuff on stream because I mean the thing is, it's like I keep saying, I'm not here to build a YouTube channel. I am here to make money for myself and my family, and I'm here to make money for the people who invest in themselves. which is what you're doing. It's not paying me or paying the Patreon. You're investing in yourself. And I mean, mine's is dirt cheap for the alpha I provide. So for the people that invest in themselves, those picks are for them. I don't do the on stream thing. I don't. It doesn't have to be a historical log that he was the one that talked about it first. I saw it on his YouTube. Like people in the Patreon now. Lauren said, "What's up, Zoe? What's up? How you doing?" Natty said, "Looks like there are still a few spots left at 50. Go ahead and sign her up." Oh no, that's not Natty. That's Kate. Katie said to Natty, "Looks like there are still a few spots left at $50." Going, yeah, I'm telling you, it's not going back there. I'm gonna say it one time. There will be not no please discounts. And I've been on the YouTube channel since day one. I was your third and a half subscriber because the price is way too cheap already. Like, so yeah, go ahead and get her in there if that's what Grandma want to do, and bring the biscuits. Like Lexadon said, morning Zoe, what up? What it do, my guy? It's doing well, man. I'm glad I got back on time. Like I got here like 15 minutes before the stream, and I feel like I started like a minute after on time, so that's not bad because we've been having technical difficulties. So to say I got here like 15 minutes before is pretty good. I was like doing research in the car. I drove there, then my lady, she's so sweet. She drove back to help me out so I could research on the phone, which is much harder than I thought it was. I'm so used to having my whole screen. Chuckleman said, to crypto moons, excuse me, to crypto moon boys from Drake, just hold on, we're going home. Yeah, I was saying that yesterday. I see a lot of people talking about that. Like, some of the younger guys I know, like, man, Drake talking about this, man. You think he trying to scam us? I'm like, the scam is kind of being in late. Like, I was trying to tell y'all this back when it was at 15K. Like, it's hard for me to realize that is how people work. They gotta wait. They gotta wait till the price is up and everybody's talking about it. They just don't have that conviction to come in early. And that's even for some of us here now. Like sometimes y'all get leery when y'all the first ones to play. You don't see anybody talking about it, whatever it may be. Like you gotta wait for them to come to you. I got a lot of some of that. I don't want to use the example. I only say I mentioned G Swift and Neon because we already had those on the channel. But some of the other ones like in there, like people are like, wait, what is this? You sure? Okay, now it's flying. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we early. It's cool. It's getting out there. I would say two of them, yeah, the two of them are not even on like reachable exchanges. I'll say that. So once they even get one regular, exchange, it's gonna be it's gonna be off to the races, as they say. I hate to be cliche, but it is what it is. Precarious said, "What if BTC goes to 150 in June and July? How will alts react?" Number one, I'm not going to act like I know, but at 150, they will. I'm pretty sure they will react. The whole entire market will be reacting. 150 is pretty high. I know a lot of people only see that as like double, but that's not how you should see that. That's like for us, it's like 4 times, 6 times more, the liquidity and stuff. Mind you, now some of this money will be in the ETFs or whatever, but they're still buying it on the market. There will still be other people that are more bullish on crypto now because it will, like I said, even though we know it's legit, it will legitimize it even more. They see Bitcoin at 150, like they're gonna go crazy. I've seen people like I've been seeing different people like do reaction videos on the street, like on the YouTube channel. So they'll go around and a lot of people are doing it. So they'll go around and ask people like, "Hey, what do you think?" Excuse me, y'all. They're like, "What do you think the price of Bitcoin is?" And people saying stuff like, "I don't know, 3,500." That shows you that we are really. I mean, we're not in the bubble, but we are, right? So these people on the outside, last time they remember hearing about Bitcoin is probably 2017. So people saying $2,500, $3,000. Somebody said 800 or whatever, and then so the guy was like, "No, it said 70,000." These people were like losing their minds and stuff. So that's how it's going to be. You don't realize you're like, but I'm seeing crypto news every day. These other people not seeing. They don't. Some people still don't know crypto exists. I know it's hard for you to believe, but they don't even. They haven't even heard about it as a scam. They haven't even heard about it to say, "I don't believe in that fake stuff." Some people literally have not heard about crypto at all. So once they hit something like 150K, oh, they'll hear about it. Now I know y'all heard me say my mark is 110, 115, but y'all, it is starting to look crazy. It's starting to look crazy. I'm just gonna say it. It's looking 150-ish. And now, I know we got a lot of money out there. We talk about the trillions of dollars that a lot of the 1% have and these big money people have. And so people are saying $250,000 Bitcoin, $500,000. I can't say it won't. But all I'll say is I do try to keep my measurements conservative, so I can manage my expectations. Is a very you should probably should just write that on your wall wherever you go to study your crypto. Manage your expectations, because people who do not manage their expectations are the people who get like they get shredded. I'm telling you. Like I said with the meme coins, but it's a new meme coin. I'm one of the first people in it. Yeah, you're gonna be one of the first people dumped on too if you don't do your research, because a lot of these are scams. So, but yeah, manage your expectations. That's why I say the 110, 115. If it goes higher than that, I will only do better than I thought I would, and not worse. Chuck LeMaine said, "We ever have an alt season before having before?" No, because usually, that's where the alt season comes from. We know Bitcoin reaches all time high, flows back into the big caps, mid caps, and on down the ladder. But here's another thing I will say, and I think I said this before on the channel, that I don't believe that it's going to be that trickle down thing anymore. It will, but not like before. Like that's what I keep saying. A lot of these people think I'm gonna wait because I know it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum to big caps to mid caps. People, I'm just going to be Bitcoin. They might even skip big. They're gonna go mid caps. They might skip big mid caps and low caps, and they just go straight. They might skip. I think they're gonna skip. You know what I mean? A lot of people understand how the market works more this time, so that's why I say even the ones we have now are running. I haven't looked at my entire portfolio today, but I did see like two of them that were running because I had the windows open. But no, I think that's why I said people like I'm gonna wait. I'm a smart investor. I'm gonna go into big caps first, and I do have big caps, but I'm not fully in big caps. Then go into mid caps, then low caps, then micro caps. Like I'm sitting where I want to be. I'll wait for the money to flow to me. Like I said yesterday, I'm on the surfboard. I'm chilling. The water's flat right now, but there's a wave coming behind me, and we about to surf this bad boy. We about to go straight Hawaii. And I ain't gonna say that. That's gonna sound lame. I didn't even finish that, but but we gonna make some money, y'all. That's all I can say. PC said, "A happy start to a new day." It definitely is. We had a meeting today that ran longer than we wanted to, but it was a very good meeting. I'm very excited about it. So we just waiting to see how everything plays out and stuff. And then I got back on time. So I love when I feel like my morning or my schedule is packed, but I still check everything off the to do list. So that's a good morning to me. Feels like you feel like Superman. Issa said, "Mornings, morning to you. How you doing?" The UKB hat. We support you, Zoe. Support from Australia. Oh, appreciate it. That's kind of dope. I like you being international. Feel like what's that? Yeah, that's dope. Australia. So y'all be deep in crypto over there. Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of you guys from Australia. So um, I didn't know crypto was that big over there. So y'all doing your thing. Chuckle Man said the buy pressure from the ETFs during the bear market will be crazy. That's the thing to watch. I know we were talking about that yesterday, speculating like how is this bear market? How is bear market gonna work? The UKB hat said top 5 meme coins to buy right now. Oh man, what a question! So let me answer the same way I say. I always do this with a disclaimer. A lot of people try to just gambling whatever meme coin. But what I told this in my group yesterday, I think I said on the stream that with my group, my focus is on getting everybody in good plays. But I researched my meme coins just like I researched anything else, and a lot of you probably even shocked that I was in any. And actually, 3 of y'all like, what? I didn't know you was. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, my meme coins have done very well this cycle, but I do research them. But I will say, in order to get a list of 5 meme coins, you gotta be in the Patreon. I'm pretty sure I got way more than that. So yeah, I mean, between my meme coins and my traditional plays, whether it be interoperability, modularity, all the serious utility plays, they're all doing really well. And so, as I said, even when the market dumps a little bit or whatever may happen, my meme coins they do hedge my portfolio. I know that's crazy to say, but for some of you guys, I know a lot of you guys were peeping around in the channel and stuff. You see the performance of the meme coins I was in, and no, not a single one of my meme coins is dumped or done poorly or rugged or whatever. Like all of them, if you go back and look at the chart, like it's crazy. Like I talked about the one yesterday did 180x. I'm up like 10x on probably like 4 of them, 20x on like 3 of them. Yeah, so they the little stuff on the side, but they definitely hedge, and like after a while, they can be up there with some of your plays or whatever. But yeah, I don't just jump in. Like when people be getting excited, like it just launched, you're gonna be early. I'm like, nope. I don't care about being early. I just care about knowing that these meme coins are gonna last, and they got different elements about them between the developers uh, that I actually like. I know, okay, this person is developing this project. The people that are going to be pushing it later, and some of them are quiet. They're not saying anything. Um, the people, yeah, it's just the people behind it and stuff. You got to know that stuff. So no, I'm not a gambler. I'm not just like, oh, but look, Zoe, this meme coin just jumped yesterday. It's only at $4,500 market cap. Like I'm not interested in that because I know it could rug. And I know a lot of people's mindset is, but it's so low, it could run so fast, and I could take my profits out. Sometimes you don't have that chance. Like I'm just not gambling like that. It's not something I'm gonna do. Chuck the Main said on Reddit there was a 20-year-old who blew all of oh my gosh, blew all of his grandmother's early inheritance shorting Bitcoin the last few months. Oh, that's great. That's what I'm saying. Between leverage trading and meme coins, like this is a chance to change your life. Don't put it all into a gamble. Man, that's sad, man. That's really sad. Um, yeah, man. I don't play those games. I don't play those games, man. That's really sad. Izzy said, "Hey Zo, does G Swift tokenomics concern it?" For I keep explaining this like so many streams. G Swift is not. It has some of the best dilution coming up. For one, 40% of the tokens are unlocked, and I believe probably to date right now it's probably only an 8x between. If that, I don't even know if it's an 8x between dilution right now. And most projects, like a lot of projects, are 12x dilution, and I'm gonna have to look at that after the stream. But it's not as bad as people think it is. I In a way I get excited because it gives people time more to accumulate, but everybody keeps going to coin market cap, and I even see some of the comments on there like, what, this is crazy, it's got crazy dilution, look at that. It's not like that. There's plenty of graphics on Twitter and in their group talking about the tokenomics, and like I said, 40% of it is locked, so you're only dealing with 60% of it, and I don't even believe 20% of that is coming out. Like 20 something percent of that won't even be out by the time that we believe the end of the bull cycle will be. So even if it's to the end of the bull cycle, like say if we're saying December 2025, the dilution is only like a 10x from where it is. And I'm pretty sure like most plays that most people are in has more dilution than 10x. And like I said, I believe it's less than that, to be honest. But yeah, GameSwift doesn't have as much dilution as people think it does. So I will say it's good for the movement of the price once they start putting it on other exchanges, which I know are coming and stuff. But it's probably not as good when people see it, and if they think about tokenomics and they see that, they probably will get turned off. But it's not that bad. As he says, pal, fake or palm. I don't know. I just don't like some of the things they did with their marketing. It seemed very scammy or whatever. Let me take some time to look at some stuff real quick that I did try to look up on that one. But a lot of these are made up. They're do I want to say that? A lot of them are connected to certain projects, and then when they get connected to those projects, people pump them off speculation. And I think a lot of people they sound smart when they're giving these to their group or whatever because they know, oh, because it's connected. But if I'm not gonna give a play to my Patreon just because it's connected to another project. And I know good and well it could be a made up project. That's not alpha. That doesn't make you smart doing that. Just chasing, every AI play because it's connected to a certain project or whatever. That's dangerous because you're dealing not only you dealing with your money, you're dealing with other people's money. And so when I see stuff like that, it's just like, oh, this is pumping because it's connected to blah blah blah. And so it could pump or whatever. But yeah, I don't like how they were trying to act like they were the actual Palm, because the actual Google has an actual Palm AI. I don't even, that's just kind of scammy to me within itself. But you're not the real Palm AI, and you name your project the same thing as a real project. Then you use their same emblem, but you just do the colors are different. And then you kind of promote it on your Twitter as like you're that, but then on your website in very fine print you say that you're not the actual Palm AI. This is scamming to me. I don't. If you playing games like that, I'm not going to invest in something like that. I don't care how much it pumps. I know people like, man, this dude, man, he bearish on everything. Like everybody says that until something gets rugged. Then they want to tell you, they want to come back and tell you, man, you was right. I should have listened. Like just there's so many tokens to make money in the market that you don't have to chase stuff that has red flags. If it has red flags, just try to stay out. And most people are like, man, but this thing pumped 8x since you said something about it. That's cool. I say it all the time on the channel. I don't care. It could pump to wherever it wants to pump. I really don't care. But when you have scammy stuff like that, I don't know what you could potentially do. And I would say even from the bottom, let's see, from the bottom it's done like a 16x. I've got a 16x other places easier, and I got 16x's a 16x easier other places. I sleep better at night, and versus this play in mine, mine will probably most likely continue to pump even more. Versus this, you got to keep watching it. You got to wait for an AI conference or something like that. Like I don't know. But because it has that name, it could potentially pump because not every investor thinks like me. Some people just see the name and they like, what? Like some people come on, like, what is the name of a currency that I should buy? Like you're not going to research it. You don't want to know what it's about. You don't. Some people invest like that. I don't invest like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked deep into it, but I just didn't like some of the scammy stuff they did. This heater keep coming on, but I guess it is cold outside. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just not something I want to get into. Let's see what you crypto ledge. I'm not. Let me see. I'm gonna read your comment to myself. Only one of those I think could that I know of that could do well. Maybe two, but one of them you got to some of these meme coins. If you haven't been around a lot of cycles, they're popular memes that and people have multiple different versions of them, and people know because it's a popular meme. They have like 10 different versions. You don't know which one is going to be the one that actually pumped the cycle. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna take a picture of your little list because I might forget later. Um, let you yeah, you're in the Patreon. You should go to the channel and we can talk about that, and then I can look into these later. I just took a picture of your list so I can look at it later. But I don't know. Most of them sound like they're probably gonna be scams. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I know y'all get excited because you got in early or whatever, but manage your expectations and be careful. Fly 75 said, hopefully you got the Star Heroes airdrop from got like two man, you know what? I when they first started doing the GS pay staking fly, I was supposed to put on there, but I keep missing the dates that they're doing it. Even the dates when I know it's happening, I still miss it. Yeah, I saw that, man. I was like, "Are you serious?" And I got plenty of G Swift. I could have got so much of that Star Heroes airdrop, man. I do feel some type of way. But listen, guys, like I said, manage your expectations. You can't catch everything. I'm not gonna beat myself up because you're gonna miss a couple actually, to be honest. But you just gotta, it is what it is. But I'm happy for you. I'm happy you got in there. Like I said, the same with even the people mistaken Celestia. So, when people pay attention, some people when they see it, they're like, I don't know. But usually when I talk about any kind of airdrop stuff, it's not like iffy. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some good returns on it. I'm not an airdrop tracer. Even when I say Dimension, like I keep saying, I knew about that project way before a lot of people, but it launched high and I didn't even buy any. So I didn't buy any and I didn't stake any. I got Celestia. I can't get everything. And you just got to have that kind of calmness in the market. I try to tell people all the time, like, man, so how do you keep your nerves together when the market's falling and stuff? Like, you just learn to be calm. I know it's easier for me because I've been through cycles or whatever, but you just got to be calm. You can't be like hitting the table, punching the wall. How did I miss that? I saw it, and it's whatever, man. Just chill. We got plenty of money to make in the market, plenty of plays to come out, plenty of plays that are out now that you can make money off of. So yeah, we got time, guys. We got time. I never know how to say your name on here. I'm sorry. Oh, you said already pulled two people into the Patreon. Glad they're taking a shot. We about to all retire. Yeah, man. I do appreciate that. Yeah, you did. You've been a little a recruiting monster over there. So yeah, I'm retirement, man. And I know I said yesterday, like I'm not gonna be all the way out of crypto. Of course, I'm gonna keep up, and I'm not gonna get all the way out of the market. I'm gonna keep up with the market, still invest in some new stuff. And yeah, I might start like angel investing myself since I know the technology and I can pretty much tell when somebody's BSing or not. So I want to get into that type of stuff as well. But for the most part, I don't want to be like full time like I am now. Like I don't think I realize, like I said, I wake up and do this and I go to sleep like for 16 to 18 hours. It's been 18 lately, and I hate that. I got to get back to 16 to get my full 8 hours of sleep. But I don't want to be doing this for I'm looking forward to a bear market. I hate to say it, but I am. Yeah, I know y'all talking extended cycle. Okay, y'all can have that. I'm gonna be out of here, man. I'm gonna be chilling somewhere. I'm gonna take a month off, like a whole month off, and see here go. I'm gonna be petty. One of the scammers just put a video up. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. Don't be getting tricked by some of these people, man. Yeah, it's too early. Y'all too early to be getting tricked like that. You're here early, so you should be able to make money. But let's see what's going on. Lexidon said, "Hey Zoe, crypto normally dumps in the summer months. Think it will be different since the bull market has started." I wouldn't say the summer months. It's usually May. June is usually like a stage of disbelief, right? People like, are we coming back? Because some people do know how the cycle works, some people don't, but it's usually like May, selling, walk away, go away, whatever people say. And then it's June is like when people are speculating, they're not sure, and then like that first second week of July, it goes crazy. Or starts pumping back, especially August and that, and then September is poopy again or whatever, and so on. But because the traditional investors are here, and all that kind of stuff, I don't know. But that's why I say I don't try to trade. And I know, I hope you're not asking for that reason, but I know a lot of people can like, I'm smart. I know in May I'm gonna sell. Okay, you can do that. All I'm gonna do is, if it goes down, I'm gonna watch my portfolio go down to maybe the 20, 30%. And I'm just gonna, it's like, cool, it's gonna come back up. I'm not trying to trade it, because what if you get smacked in the face? But actually, that's a good question. That's a very good question. So usually it's the sell in May. June is iffy because people are speculating. Then July is like the big boom. But I think people are forgetting there's supposed to be like two bullish pieces of news in May. So that's what I'm saying. What if it smacks you in the face and you think, I'm gonna trade out of May because the summer months or May sells off? It probably could be a nasty time for you. I don't know, man. So do with that information as you will. Not financial advice, as people say. Excuse me. Jacob said, I can perhaps help out with the bear market speculation. Have you heard about the 18.5-year real estate cycle? Yeah. Yeah. I have a good, I want to spend, I want to do, because sometimes you come over here and in the group, you talk like me, like a lot of the perspective stuff and the cycles and different, things that happen. I want to do lives and have those kind of conversations and stuff, but time doesn't always permit and stuff. Um, yeah. Oh, you said I have a good book if anyone is interested. I don't know. I never read a book on it, but I have heard about it and read up on it. But yeah, yeah, we gonna see what happens. But my thing, see, I can get too deep into that. It's 51 minutes and I don't want to. So maybe I'll touch on some of that tomorrow, because I'm thinking you just brought me to think about something else. But yeah. Where we at? Where we at? As he said, the decision to sell after some of the gain or keep going to the next X is not easy. For me it's early. And to be honest, I can't tell anybody else to do this. Most people take their initial investments out, but I'm bullish on the projects that I get in. And I don't, to be honest, there's only two of them that I took my initials out. One that you guys know, hopefully you guys know about it. Maybe I should have made that announcement too. It wasn't a sale though, but it's this one we got in at 100,000 market cap. Like, we was probably one. I'm pretty sure we were the first group to get in there. Like, the project was on the market, but I'm pretty sure we were the first group to get in there. And so we got in at 104,000 market cap. And so it ran up like a 6x. And at 600,000, I took my initials out. But the rest of it is just sitting there. I'm going to see what they do and how they develop or whatever. And I know a couple of you guys have asked about that project. But yeah, once they ran up to 600,000 and we 6x that one, I took my initials out. And then it's up to like 4 million market cap now. So yeah, I'm for now, I just leave mines in. That's how I do, because I feel like my portfolio is so well hedged between my blue chips, my low caps, micro caps, and my meme coins and different narratives all put together. I just feel like it's a good mix. I don't get in plays that I'm trying to trade. So yeah, usually when I make the buy, something go wrong. Oh yeah, so usually yeah, when some people may think it's crazy. I realize that, but when I put my buy alert out and I buy in, I'm not usually selling. I'm not selling. So like I said, the one that we got in the 100,000 market cap, it went to 600,000. I took out the initials, then it ran up to 4 million. I took out of that one the initials, and then G Swift. I had so much of it, and I got in so early that I might peel a little bit about to put into other plays, but it's not like a sale, like nothing major, not even like a 20% or a 50%, sale or nothing. Like, I'm just holding it, and then I go find a new play that's excuse me, that's at its bottom. So that whether it's at the beginning of its life cycle, and I feel like this is the lowest price, then I get in those, and that's my kind my investing kind of style or whatever. So even when people's like, well, they may feel like I have a lot of plays, I'm finding all these at the beginning of their life cycle. I put in however much I'm willing to put in at that time, because sometimes I do have other stuff going on, helping family members and stuff. So maybe sometimes I might be bullish on the play and not at that time being able to put as much money in. So it's not all the time. Like, I see some people asking about one in my portfolio. They're like, but you got quite a bit of this one. But it's just because I had that money at the time, and that's how I played that one. It doesn't mean I'm more bullish on others than others. And then I was telling somebody yesterday, I think some people I'm gonna say this very clearly on stream, and hopefully it's understandable. That a lot of people see something as a lower market cap, and they're like, "Well, this is one of your plays, though, and it's the lowest market cap one, but y'all not factoring in dilution." So really, something could be at a 5 million market cap, and another one could be at a 25 million market cap, and they could still have the same potential gains. I know that doesn't make sense to you guys, but once you factor in the dilution or whatever, how their schedules are, they could end up doing the same thing. So it's not all the times like, well, I'm gonna just pick Zoes or whatever that's got the lowest market cap. There's so many factors I think people forget about this. Beyond, sometimes people don't even research the project and who's behind it, who's the VCs, who's the developers, who's the team behind it, what experience they have. They don't even do that. Then they definitely don't go consider the market cap, whether there's the dilution in between it. You literally can make the same gains or more on something that's 100 million market cap as you can with something that's 10 million market cap. A lot of people don't talk about that, but I know how the mind works, and sometimes people see it that way. But how did I even get on the subject? Oh, you were asking me decision to sell. You said the decision to sell. I can just go on a tangent about crypto. Y'all can see that. But yeah, usually I put it in mind. I know smart investing tells you take out your initials, but I'm trying to ride mine. I believe in my plays, so I'm riding them. Jacob said it's fine to make money from Ponzi's, but you have to watch the trades and sell in your sell time. How much is your time worth? Yeah, that's my thing, because I'm always studying for the group and doing all this other stuff. I don't even have the time to be sitting down and watching the charts if I wanted to trade. That's why I don't trade. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, other people don't either. So that's why I say a lot of times you don't realize when you're watching some of these YouTube channels or the Patreons you're in, they're trading Patreons. And I know they feel like they're being smart or whatever, but they're not fully telling you that this is a trade. We go up a 10x or 15x and that's it. Like that's, and then we out of here. Like I don't do that to my group. I'm like, hey man, let's get in these plays early so you can relax. You don't have to keep being at work checking your portfolio, or making sure see what the chart is or whatever. We're not getting in trades. We're not getting the stuff that's going 10 and 15x and then we're out of there because the narrative is gone or whatever. Like we holding these and we get 10 or 15x's without playing that trade game or chasing narratives. Like, so not trying to be like arrogant and pompous, but I feel like I put all the factors in when I'm picking my trades. Or I mean, excuse me, see, I'm saying trade. I'm picking my tokens or the things that I invest in. Kosas, I keep saying your name wrong, I think too. I said, hello, Zoe. Would you advise to take profits from the AI plays that have pumped into plays that haven't had that much of any action? It depends on what the AI plays is, because some of these will continue to pump. Listen, some of these will continue to pump. AI will be a hot narrative, but if you in a narrative like an AI play that like don't nobody understand this thing, and it just pumped because AI pumped because of the AI and the NVIDIA conference, yeah, you probably should go ahead and exit out and come back later or whatever. Like I said, even though the two plays that I see that people they've made it up, they made the Twitter, they made the website. I keep seeing influencers flow over there. I think what they realize is, oh, maybe the AI pump is over, so they didn't even push it. Like they didn't even talk about it on Twitter or try to push it out. They're like, oh, let's just wait till the next wave of AI comes or whatever. So this is I talk about a lot of perspective stuff, but I'm telling you, this is how you got to think in the market or whatever. So not only did they probably move on and put their money into another AI play, they're probably just waiting for the next wave. Oh, WYS. I see. What you see is what you get. Okay, because I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, is it a Russian name? Because Russians got consonants back in their name. So I don't know if it was a Russian name or something like that. Okay, no offense. Hopefully nobody heard that or interpreted that wrong. But yeah, okay. What you see is what you get. I like that. As he said, when you say we have time, how much time do you think? So for right now, I feel like I know this is gonna sound crazy, but let me just say it. Let me finish. So right as of right now, I feel like we still have 6 to 8 months, right? But like I said, I think they're gonna push it into a traditional cycle because nobody wants to take short term capital gains. Right now, a lot of these people getting into this ETF, they're just getting into it now. And so even though I know the ETF launched a little bit earlier, but we're in March now, so 12 months from March is next March, April, or something like that. And April is usually when the next April would be in the traditional cycle where the altcoins really start going crazy: January, February, March, April. Right. So at least listen, at the worst, at least 3 months. If it all goes crazy, we got at least 3 to 4 months. You know what I mean? 8 is the next goal. And then by I think 14, 16, maybe 17 months from now, I'm hoping. But I'm positioning myself right now even if it's the shortest of the shortest cycle, that I'm in position right now to make some money. So yeah, that's how I see that. Benjamin K said nowadays it takes a lot of money to retire. So yeah, it does. But what I will say is, even though at the beginning of the cycle, between my friend and I, both of our grandfathers at the same time started going through dementia, and my mother's also recovering for cancer. So with all that money being kicked out at the time for different things, I didn't have as much money to put in the cycle as I wanted to. But once I feel like I kind of had those situations under wrap, I went crazy into crypto and just started dumping money. I even sold one of my cars. Like yeah, I was serious, but I sold one of my cars and dumped the money into crypto and just went crazy because, like you said, it does take a lot of money to retire. But on top of it, like I said, when the plays I'm finding, I think tremendous gains. I've already made, like I said, since the cycle has started now. Let me not lie. Let me do the calculations. This is hand on the word, as people say. Since the cycle started, my entire portfolio is now 37x, and we're barely just getting started. So I know a lot of you said like, man, I wish I was in your Patreon early. Like we were tearing it up. Like we really were. Um, so like I started with some guys from work or whatever, and but yeah, since I came back in a little later than I wanted to. Of course, I was watching Bitcoin when the crash first happened. It was in the fall of 2022, like November or whatever. But like I said, I had so much stuff going on. That's really when my mother's cancer treatments, all stuff was at its high. And then I found out about my grandfather's dementia in like March. But so when April came, I sold the car, took what I had that I didn't have to kick out for my grandfather's stuff and flying back and forth, whatever, and went in crazy. And so since April, I've 37x my entire portfolio. And I'm not talking about one or two plays. That's when I see people like, oh, we got a 10x here and 10x. I'm like, yo, my whole portfolio is about at a 40x already. And let me check because I'm being petty. I'm gonna see if it went up any. But, but oh wow, wow, wow. Let's see. Okay, we're back now. Okay, it said it just sinks. It was syncing up. So let me get back in here. I'm trying to see what the last comment was. Oh yeah. So yeah, it was one day I was just sitting there and I was just like, I think I'm gonna sell my car. And so I just immediately started. I mean, it was like within 15 minutes, I was like, I checked with was it CarMax, Carvana, or whatever, all that kind of stuff. I checked to see what they were going to, buy it for. And within 20 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna call a tow truck because I don't want anything to happen. Got a tow truck, took it up there, and just sold it without even thinking. And came back and started investing in crypto. And so I went all in because I was like, this is probably one of the last cycles we have a chance to make really life changing money. So I went all in. Sorry about the technical difficulties there for a second, y'all. I don't know why it went out. But yeah, so it's been going good so far, and that's with my even some of my safe methods. A lot of people think I would have to go crazy to do that, but we didn't have to do that. Um, yeah. Natty said, looking forward to the bear market. Crypto be stressful, especially the bull market, where my portfolio is more volatile. I also be neglecting my health and family at times to research. Yeah, yeah, no, seriously, same thing. That's why I said I gotta start getting back to 8 hours, my 8 hours of sleep. So no, I got to make sure I'm on my health, drinking my water, not neglecting family time and all that kind of stuff, and just really be on top of game. As he said, any idea why type AI is 6x in 1 week? Because somebody talks about it. To be honest, I'm gonna say on stream, I think type is one of those made up plays. I haven't researched it deep, but it's just some things I saw behind it. Two of the bigger YouTubers talked about it or whatever, but they both scam me. And just for the fact they talked about it made me leery for it. But I think it could definitely pump and then not do anything after that. So yeah, I would stay away. That's all I'm gonna just say. That's all I can say about that. Jacob said, "Yeah, I'd love to talk about it on the future Discord lives." Yeah, okay, cool, definitely, definitely. Katie Kate said, "Jacob, what is the book that you're talking about?" Oh, EA is on here. What's up, man? Said 1-200K. It's looking crazy, man. It's looking crazy. That's why I said 110 to 115 was my range, but I don't know, man. It could look really crazy. It could start looking really crazy in here. So we never know. And maybe that 250 is coming. Maybe $500,000 Bitcoin is coming, man. I don't know. Jacob said The Secret Life of Real Estate and Banking by Philip J. Anderson. Oh, I think I ever heard that one. Yeah. At Katie. So hopefully, Katie, you got the book that he's talking about. Everything Altcoin said. Wait, what this? He said, send you some money. You need those gains, man. You making the money, my guy. You making the money. Natty said the Matrix didn't want those gains exposed. Oh yeah. No, yeah, it's good. Yeah, but I'm really excited. Not even being braggadocious, but it just made me realize how much I learned. And I would say I did. I'm not gonna lie. I did revisit 2 lessons that I learned from last cycle. No, that I thought I learned. And my lady, she always reminds me, and I'm like, okay, all right, I won't do that again. But it was like one of the plays I pulled out too early because I listen. I'm okay. I'm gonna be fully transparent here. I did what I tell y'all not to do, but that's why I tell you not to do it because I learned it. Like you'll be sitting in the play and you're like, I don't know, but nobody's talking about it, or it's not moving as fast. I don't know, or it's on a weird exchange or something like that. And so, yeah, this is one play I pulled out, and I was so mad. It went on. That's why I can give you these examples when I say when you pull out of something that you were sitting in, and then it starts flying. Only thing you're gonna go back and do is remember how many tokens you had in that. Then you're gonna keep putting it in the calculator and trying to calculate how much money you would have had if you held on to it. So I thank her for she always gives me good insight. It's always good to have two heads are better than one. But yeah, so once I started making sure I implemented those, that's what made me hold the other plays and say, okay, I'm gonna hold on to G Swift in this play or whatever. And then that's where you get the 60x from and stuff. And these are, like I said, these are good plays that you can continue to hold. It's not stuff that you can that you have to sell off because it's already ran. Like, at 60x, I'm pretty sure that I honestly believe that 60x is going to turn into at least a 300x. Like, I believe so. I definitely believe, and I think that's at minimum. I might be one of my first 1,000x's. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But so yeah, you just gotta hold on to it, have conviction, and know what you're investing in, and you'll be all right. Lexidon said we lost you. Yeah, I saw. I don't know what happened. It was saying it was sinking for whatever reason. Lexidon said, "Bro, I'm DCating out as soon as it hits 100K." It's a smart tactic. I can't say that's wrong. Yeah, especially if you already making gains on your altcoins, which we should by then, because I believe we're about to get an altcoin run. So let's go. We're gonna see how that works out. Benjamin K said, "Do you have a BTC price where you definitely will exit out?" No, I wouldn't say a price. I just have a time. Like I look more at the timing. I don't really do the price thing because it depends on if Bitcoin keeps knocking against. Okay, so if Bitcoin keeps knocking against a certain price and you kind of tell it might be the top, and it starts falling a little bit, and alts are running. Depends if they're running at the same time that Bitcoin is falling. And I mean, we getting like an astronomical run. I might just call it a day at one point. And once again, you may come out of the market and not get as many gains as you would have gotten, but at least you're gonna be glad that you came out the market and you got some life changing gains worth. And once you pull out the market, I'm gonna say again, once you pull out the market and you pulled out, don't go back and looking at the charts because you might see the numbers still going up and you might want to think you want to jump back in the market and then that's when you get crushed. I know people that's happened to, so don't do that. As he said, have you heard about lazy portfolio? If you don't, please Google it. Okay, maybe I'll Google that. I don't know if I heard about that. Degenerate Destiny said, with the story about selling your car, that makes my mind up about selling my motorcycle. I've been on the fence, but I know it'll be worth it when it's all said and done. Oh, let me tell you, I don't know if she can come here. She probably when I sold my car, I made back 3 times what I sold the car for in like 3 weeks. Like it was like, and then I was like, yeah, like that was a good decision. And when I say I think I made it at the exact right time, I mean the exact right time. I can't tell you like it was yeah, it's definitely gonna come back. You sell your car for whatever amount it is. You'll make that money back. Look, you can go back and buy the same car if you want to, or the same model or whatever, or excuse me, motorcycle or whatever. Long as, like I say, you in the right picks and stuff like that. Like you in our Patreon, you'll do well. You won't even be worrying about the motorcycle. You'll get a better one. You can get a new school one if you want to get a Ninja Kawasaki or whatever, and then you can go back and get an old school one from the 1940s or whatever you want. You'll have plenty of money. You'll get another motorcycle. I think you'll be fine. But yeah, so I mean, it didn't take me long to think about it at all. It was like a quick decision. Next thing I knew, um, I was in the tow truck passenger seat. Like, all right, here we. I'm like, dang, I'm really in this passenger seat and headed to CarMax or Carvana, whichever one it was. And yeah, I made that money back in no time. So yeah. So I'm telling you guys, it's I don't know how many spots are left in there now on this tier. But I'm just be honest with you. Yeah, if you miss this tier, the next tier is still a good deal. It's still a great deal. So if you want to join the Patreon is at I'm gonna put the link in the comments. It's patreon.com/cryptozo. This is the page. We have 4 or 5 spots left remaining in this tier, and then the price will be doubled after that. If you want to wait to get in later, that's on you. But I'm gonna tell you, we got a lot of great plays in there now. A few that are at the beginning of their life cycle that I feel like they're going to give really good great gains. I always say my minimum is 50x, and that's me being very conservative and trying to be caring and protecting people as investors. But I'm always thinking they can get way over 50x. But yeah, so it's a couple you can get into now that are there. So yeah, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/cryptozo if you want to do lifetime membership. At the current price, that the lifetime membership will also double as well. But if you want to do it at the current price, you can. I don't know what the email is. I know what the email is, but I try to copy and paste it and not type it. But if you want to do the lifetime, you will just send me an email at the email that I'm trying to copy and paste into the comment section. And you can get in for lifetime membership. You can pay that in crypto. And all of that kind of good stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling out on the stream once again. And hopefully we can get you guys to that 37x entire portfolio soon. And hopefully we can get these portfolios to a 50x or more by the end of the cycle, especially if you get in right now. It's a really good time to get in. What I will say is there's a lot of, I'm going to say this last thing, there's a lot of bullish plays that are coming out. Number one, some of them are launching at higher valuations, so you don't get a chance to make as many X's. And some of them may be coming out a little later. I'm really trying to get as many hot projects as I can in the next 30 days, to be honest. Next 30, 60 days. After that, I will be DCAing in those bags as I always do. And sometimes I got to ask the group, maybe y'all also want me to tell you when I'm DCAing. In my perspective, if you guys don't know it, I'm sorry, that I put out the buy alert. Then after that, I'm like, you see the market, like you see where the price is at. But maybe I should even be putting out messages when I'm DCAing into, I guess that's how other people's work, into the projects. But yeah, I will be DCAing after the next 2 months and finding hot projects. And after the next 2 months, it might be one project here and there. It won't be as many as we're giving right now because you are trying to like stack those bags of the good ones or whatever, even though some good ones coming out later. But yeah, that's kind of the strategy I'm doing right now. So, like I said, because we don't know if this cycle is going to be shorter. If it's longer, that would be good for us, and we will continue to find plays over the next 12 months in the Patreon that you guys can get gains on. Because the goal is once these plays we're in now, after you made the 40 and 50x on, which I think a lot of these come really early. After you make a 50x on one of these projects, like we have on some of ours, you will take some of that money and put it into some newer plays that are lower that you can get another 50x on. And so, that's how we operate over there. Like, once we 8x, I know it's not my style, and from a person that's been in a couple of cycles, is not my style to get an 8 or 10x or a 20x and start DCing out. Like that's early. Like when you get around a 40x or 50x is when I start like trying to, bring money out of there and put it into another play or whatever. Because I'm not, yeah, a 10x is low, 20x is still low to me. So once you start getting the 50 and 60x or whatever, then you take some of those gains, and especially if it's a good play because you want it to keep riding, then you take out some and put into lower market cap plays. So those would be the ones that are coming later in the cycle after we've already made some gains. or a lot of gains. And so that's how the cycle, that's how it works. You don't want to be jumping in and out of, plays every 2 seconds or whatever. But anyway, join the Patreon, patreon.com/CryptoZo, which is the name of the channel. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I will see you guys next time.